Welcome to my Tuesday Q&As. All right. For those of you who are new to my channel or new to my videos, my name is WesTheTech, and I actually help independent artists with their music industry career. I help with tips, best practices, music business 101, all encompassing everything that is included with basically having a full music career. I do music full time. I own my own recording studio that I'm in right now, and I offer music business guidance, music business coaching, and all of the above. So essentially, a couple years back, I decided to start a YouTube channel where I do videos to help people just, understand the music industry better, right? And this Tuesday Q&As is just the next piece of thing that I added to help you guys out. So any questions that you want to be answered live on my channel, just go ahead and join into my YouTube. For those of you who are on IG, the link is actually in my bio. Sherelle, what's going on? If you have any music industry questions, hop on my YouTube and ask, and go ahead, type in the questions on the chat because I'm going to be answering them. All right. So again, for anybody who wants questions answered live on here, just type it in the chat, and I'm going to be getting into those questions in a minute. All right. But like I was saying before, I'm really just here to help you guys out. I do music full time. I've been a recording artist for years now. I run a full music business, and this is all I do. It's not a side gig. It's not a side hustle. I do this 100% of the time, and I'm living good off of it. So if you want to be in a position to actually be able to do music full time like myself, and you don't know where to start or anything like that, go ahead and ask some questions on YouTube chat right now. I'll answer them for you. Also, I do have an ebook that's available for any one of you who want to know the step-by-step guides or the step-by-step things that I actually did to put myself in a position to do music full time. If you want that ebook, you could definitely check out the links in my bios. You can also check out my website, www.westhetechproductions.com. And I actually have physical copies. Actually, I think there's a physical copy right here. So it's built as an ebook, but this is actually the physical copy. If any of you guys want the physical copy as well, I could get it to you. But it is at an additional cost because obviously I have to make it. Paper ain't free, right? But so if you want a physical copy, you could definitely look into that. All right. Just reach out to me, let me know, or put in the chat that you want a free copy, And what's going on, Outcry, bro? It's all good, bro. All good. If you have any music industry questions, go ahead and hop on my YouTube live. I'll be able to help out. But I might have a spot for you in another verse. So definitely holler at me. Shoot me a DM about that. I think I still got another spot for you somewhere else. So we could still make this happen. We can still make it happen for the glory of God. Amen. All right. So let me go ahead and get started here. All right. I see people joining in, and I see some questions are already coming into the chat, which is awesome. All right. So I'm going to be answering those questions real shortly here. UV Trend, what's going on, brother? If you got any music industry questions that you want answered, join into my YouTube live right now because I'm going to be answering them live on YouTube. All right. Any music industry questions you want answered live, check the link in my bio. All right, and I'll be able to help you there. Miss Jeekney, I hope I'm saying that right. If you have any music industry questions you want answered, I'll be able to answer them live on my YouTube channel. All right, so I'm actually going to be giving away a free ebook today to the best question that is answered on the chat. The best question. And no, there's not a whole judging team. It's really just me. The question that I find is the most important question that was asked during this live stream today. Whoever asked that question, I'll actually be giving away a free ebook. I'll be actually emailing it to you. Again, this is the physical copy right here, but I'll be getting you a free ebook copy of it. That way you could basically start your own music business and start your journey to doing music full time like myself. All right. So, another thing I want to mention, I got to get all of that extra stuff out the way. I have a membership club. I have a membership club that's actually a part of my YouTube channel. You could join into my membership club. With that membership club, I'll actually be able to do a lot more things besides actually just answering questions. Of course, you could do one-on-one music business coaching sessions with me. There's other things that are included, other perks that are included with the membership. So if you want to partake in that, or if you have any questions about that, of course, you could check. There's a little join button on my YouTube channel. All right, under every video, you could join and you could take a look at the perks and see what you want to be interested in. All right, so let's get to these questions. So I'm gonna check out this question that's live now on the platform, and it's actually by Benji. All right, so Benji Cortez is asking, is Shopify a great platform to sell singles and full CDs? That's a great question. Benji, are you still on the chat for YouTube? If you are, do a little emoji or something so I know that you're still on YouTube and you still want the answer to that, because I don't think you're still on here. But if you are still on here, that is a great question. Is Shopify a great platform to sell singles and full CDs? And it shows here that you're still here. Okay, so here's the deal, right? Shopify is for merchants. That's for people who want to sell any products, digital products, just all of those things, ebooks, digital products, shirts, clothes, and all of those things. When it comes to music, I will be honest with you, Benji, I personally do not think Shopify is the best place to actually sell your singles or CDs. Now, the reason I say that is because Shopify is very, very limited in what you can do as far as integrating your music to your actual Shopify website. Because obviously when you have Shopify, you make an actual website, and within that website, you're able to sell different items. But when it comes to digital products, it's very, very difficult. And I'm saying this because I actually tried it myself. All right, I tried using Shopify. I actually made an artist page with my Shopify. Matter of fact, I might be able to show you guys it. Let me see if I still have access to it. So let me switch screens here. All right, let me see if I still have access to it. I probably don't, because I remember canceling it out. But let me see, Shopify. I might still have it, so let me see. Or it's probably not active anymore. Okay, let me log in here. Let's see if it'll let me log in. And see, this is the great part about doing this live with you guys, because you'll actually be able to get to see me do things firsthand. So you could see for yourself that, why I say the things that I say. Oh, and I'm supposed to be getting a verification. It's on my phone. Well, I'm using my phone for the live. So I guess for the live, I might have to say bye to you guys. Nah, I'll just leave it up. Okay, so I'll say it this way. What's going on, Drix? What's going on? If you got any music industries that you want to be answered live on my YouTube, go ahead and check me out on YouTube Live right now. I'm answering questions live. Okay, Benji. So I have to do this authentication thing, and I use my phone, but I'm on IG with my phone right now, so I'm not going to do all of that. But essentially, with Shopify, when you add songs, you have to add songs one at a time, and you have to download these different apps, right? So Shopify by itself, I think is only I don't remember the exact price of it, but there's a certain amount that it is per month. I believe it's like $25 or $30 or whatever the case may be, right? So you get your Shopify account and you pay for that monthly. Now, there's no way that you can actually add your music to your Spotify or to your Shopify page unless you actually add an app. Now, there are these particular music apps that are on Shopify that you could integrate on there, but they come with their own charge. If I was to log into my Shopify right now, I could show you, or maybe I might be able to show you Shopify music app, right? And these music apps have their own cost. So yeah, okay, so these are some of the apps that they had, right? And these music apps, they have their own fees that are attached to them as well, and you can't really do what you want with the music, right? Your music has to be released, you have to have certain coding with it and all of these different things. Shopify makes it very, very, very difficult to actually sell your music in CDs, all right? So I would never recommend Shopify for that. Now, if you're only selling merch, like, because I sell merchandise as well as an artist, it's always good to sell merch. That's a big thing when it comes to being an independent artist. Selling merch can help you in so many ways. If you're looking into selling merch, Shopify is great for that as well. But if you're asking for my specific recommendation when it comes to what website I believe would work best, I'm always going to recommend Wix. Wix is just much, much better than Shopify when you're dealing with those specific things, because with Wix.com, you're able to do whatever you want and you can sell your music in any type of way. I'm going to give you an example by going to my website right now. So on my website, let's see, WesTheTech All right, so this is my website right here. Well, not this one. I don't know why it took me there, but okay. WesTheTechProductions.com. Okay, so Benji, as you can see, this is my website right here. I was able to put this right up here, right, where they could click on this and they could actually, go to my hyperlink, my DistroKid hyperlink. It opens on a new page, right? But when it comes to my music, I actually set this up exactly how I wanted to do it. You could do that with Wix. You're not going to be able to do that with Shopify. Another thing, and probably the most important thing that I forgot to mention, when you do use those music apps with Shopify, you can't really set your own prices. With Wix, you can, right? So these are my singles right here, right? These are all my singles. This is my album right here. You see, you could purchase my album right here, and what it's going to do is it's actually going to send you the album through an email. It's going to send you a link that you'll be able to download it, right? The same as these singles, right? And it's the same as every individual song on the album. This is all done through Wix. Shopify doesn't give you this capability. See, someone could just hit the song and hit get track. They can still listen to it on the streaming services, but if they wanted to download it, they could actually download it here just by hitting continue, putting their email, and they'll be able to download it after they pay for it and things like that. So if you're looking to actually build a website and you're looking to actually have your music incorporated with that website, I would strongly recommend Wix over Shopify. Absolutely. And everything that you can do in Shopify, you could do it in Wix as well. Wix also has themes as well and all of those different things. And I'm actually going to be doing a tutorial video soon on how to actually step by step build a website as a artist, as a recording artist, which will include not only where to purchase your music, but it'll also include places for your music video. It'll also include how to actually set up your merch on the website as well. All right, and all of that is going to be in that tutorial video. It's a long tutorial video. It's going to be maybe an hour and a half long, so it's a long, because there's a lot that you have to do to set it up. But if you follow the steps, you'll be able to, by the time you're done with it, you'll be able to build your own website. But that video only comes with those who are part of the WesTheTech membership club. Most of my videos on my channel right now is the tech tips. The tech tips are short, they're condensed. People love them because they're not long. But if you want something longer like that, if you want that full walkthrough, you would have to be a member to get that video. All right, so to answer your question again, Shopify is not the way to go as an artist. It's great for everything else. If you want to sell ebooks, or if you want to sell, music or whatever the case may be, Shopify is amazing. Or not music, but merch. Shopify is amazing. But when it comes to music as an artist, I will always recommend Wix over Shopify. And you can do other stuff as well, like, look, I have my music videos on here. That was another thing. Shopify does not allow you to actually put music videos on your actual page. It's crazy, right? But you have to, of course, you might be able to buy go on Fiverr and find somebody to do coding for you and maybe get it in there, but it's not easy. With Wix, it's super, super easy. You can literally integrate your YouTube channel straight to your page, right? Straight to your Wix website. And look, these are all my music videos. It's on the same page as the singles. It was very, it takes a little while to set up, but once it's set up, it's exactly what you want as an artist. So I hope that answered your question. And if that did answer your question, Benji, go ahead and throw a thumbs up emoji or something on the chat. All right. And then actually I see that you have a different question here, so I'll just go ahead and answer that as well, since I think it's related to the same topic. All right, so Benji is now asking, best way to drive traffic to my website or landing page. Ooh, that's a great question. All right, so the best way, in my opinion, to actually drive traffic through your website is, number one, to create a QR code, right? And that's for when you see people in person, right? You create a QR code, and with that QR code, you could have people just hover their camera over it, and it'll be able to link them directly to your website, right? That's a great way to get people, drive traffic, personally, one-on-one with people. You could just send them the link. And as a matter of fact, there should be, let me double check if it's still up on my channel here. It should be on how to create a QR code. Let me double check. Look, it's me looking at me. Isn't that great? Okay, so you know what, let's see, where are we QR, and this is how you search for particular videos, by the way, on my channel. You could just hit that little search engine here and QR code. Let's do that. QR code. It should come up. This one, how to create a QR code. So I'm gonna click on this here, all right, and I'm actually gonna put this link, share this link in the chat, all right, in this chat right here. So you have it. You answered. Great, perfect. I'm glad I was able to help. This is the link to this video on how to create a QR code. Let's stop that. Right, so with that video, that's for one-on-one, personal, right? Let's say you're at a show or you're at a concert, right, and you want people to, check your website out or subscribe to your email listing on your website, which is very, very important to have your own email listing. You could just walk around with that QR code, just show it on your phone, and people will actually be able to, get the link to your website there. Now, if you're looking at driving more traffic to your website online, best way to do that is through your social media, specifically through YouTube, through Facebook. IG is good as well. The only reason why I wouldn't recommend IG over the other things is because when you're dealing with IG, you're always going to deal with an extra step, right? YouTube, for example, you could literally just put a link and you'll be able to click on it, right? IG is always going to be a following step, right? So to give you an example, let's go back to the screen here. On your Instagram, you got to remember, Benji, people are not like, how should I say? I don't want to say people are lazy, but in a sense, people are kind of lazy. You kind of got to make it easy for them, right? So when you're dealing with IG, if you want to actually get to someone's website, what do you have to do? You have to go to their profile first, right? Then you got to click on their link, right? And then their link is usually brings up this one page or this extension link. So they got to click on that, and then they ultimately get to your website, right? That's steps, right? But when you're dealing with something like Facebook, you can literally just put the link and it'll take them directly to the website. It'll show up on their page. So for instance, on my Facebook here, if you go to my profile, let's see, profile, right? See this right here? This is a direct link to my Tuesday Q&A. It's right there on my page. They don't have to click so many things to get to it. So you definitely want to look into Facebook. You definitely want to look into YouTube, create your own YouTube channel and things of that nature. And that'll help drive traffic easier than IG. You don't only want to rely on one social media. Hop on all of them, right? So I always say YouTube number one because everybody goes to YouTube for everything, right? YouTube number one. IG, Facebook, I feel like they're tied at number two. And then you have TikTok as well. TikTok is very important as an independent artist. But get on all of those platforms and just let people know, go check out my music video on my website. Go check out my music on my website. I have some exclusive things that can only be found on my website. Check out my merch on my website. All of those things will help people remember that, oh, he has a website. That's right. Let me go check that, right? And that's essentially what I do with you guys. You know, I'm always letting people know, check out my website, check out my channel, and things like that. So that's great ways to actually drive traffic to your actual website. If I answer that question good for you as well, go ahead and give me a thumbs up or something like that as well. All right. Now I'm going to pull up some questions here that I found because I get a lot of questions on the comment sections of my YouTube videos. I get questions all the time about so many different things. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, hold on. On IG, I have Underground Sound USA. What's going on? What's going on? Thank you for joining in on my IG Live. So I'm actually on IG Live, just letting people know to hop on to my YouTube. So Underground Sound USA. Do you want to grow your YouTube channel? Oh, I think you're trying to promote me to YouTube channel. Well, I could promote to you. Do you want to grow your YouTube channel? Gabriel Catton. All right, if you got any questions, thank you for joining in on my IG Live. For those of you who are on IG Live, I'm actually answering questions live on my YouTube. So if you want any questions answered live right now, hop on my YouTube. I'll be able to answer them. Best question gets a free ebook on me, all right? Best question. So far, Benji, it looks like Benji is going to get the free ebook because he's the only one who's actually asked a question on my chat so far. So if you got any questions that you want to answer, hop on my live and I'll go ahead and do that for you, all right? So let's go to these questions because I always see some really great questions. I try to answer as much questions that I can when it comes to my all my YouTube videos, but I get a lot of questions that on my YouTube. So and some of them I already answered through my other videos. So I kind of just try to answer as much as I can. That was one of the reasons why I decided to make this anyway, to go live on Tuesdays, because people got a lot of questions. So why not answer them live for people? All right, so let's pull up a question here that was asked the other day. Let's check this out here and see what the question is. Okay, so this question was asked by Noni Maddox, all right, 7031. All right, so it was a couple of weeks ago. The question was, if I wanted to upload my beats to Spotify to get my name out there as a producer before I make songs and upload them on the same Spotify account, would that be beneficial to me in the long run? Or would people even use Spotify to listen to them? Or should I continue to do what I'm doing and upload them to SoundCloud and then my songs on Spotify separate from each other? Okay, so there's a lot of questions here, but I think I'll be able to answer all of these in one. Okay, so first and foremost, I wouldn't recommend uploading your beats on SoundCloud. The reason I say that is because people can actually steal your beats on SoundCloud. They could actually look up. Matter of fact, rather than telling you, I'll show you exactly what people can do. So watch this. I'm going to show you what people do when you have your beats on SoundCloud. And hopefully this will stop you from doing that. I don't recommend putting music on SoundCloud only because it's just not protected, right? And this is what I mean. So let's see. Let's just type in, it really doesn't matter, I guess, free beat, right? And a lot of people put their beats on SoundCloud, but I'm going to show you why it's not a good idea, right? So let's just say this beat right here, this drill beat, right? Whatever this beat is. Let's try to pull up this beat by itself to kind of show you. Oh, they needed to play. All right. Or let's just go to tracks. All right. So let's say this beat right here, right? If I hit share, I could hit share just like this. I could take this is the link, right? That's the link to that particular beat. I could literally go SoundCloud downloader. Look, it's a normal search, right? I could go to this search. I could go to any one of these websites. Any one of these websites. Let's say this one right here. All right? Let's let this load up. It's not loading up. Okay, let's go to this one. Or maybe it's trying to load up. Let's stop it and try this one. Right? So this is one of the websites. I could literally just go like this. I could hit download MP3, and then it's going to literally allow me to download and rip that beat directly off of SoundCloud, right? So essentially what this means is people can steal your stuff. It's the same thing for music. People could absolutely just straight up just take your beat, make a whole song to it, and you wouldn't even know if it was released unless it blew up or something like that, right? So to answer that question, no, I wouldn't upload my music to SoundCloud in the first place because SoundCloud just isn't protected like that. All right. So if you're a producer who actually wants to, get your name out there, going back to the question, let's see, going back to the question here, using Spotify, right? Because you also asked, should you upload your beats to Spotify? People do listen to beats on Spotify, but I don't think that's the primary. I could be wrong, but I don't think that's the primary place that people actually listen to beats. Me personally, I believe the biggest place that people listen to beats is YouTube because it's easy access. And I mean, to be quite frank, it's free, right? You don't have to pay for YouTube, right? If you want to find free beats, you're going to go to YouTube first and you're going to type in free Lil Wayne type beat, right? You're not going to go, not everybody actually pays for Spotify. Some people just have Apple Music. Some people may have Deezer or Tidal or those different things. So you're not going to find the same crowd that you would find than if you upload it to YouTube, right? But if you are going to do YouTube, I would strongly, strongly recommend BeatStars. In my opinion, BeatStars is the primary place for people to find beats when it comes to any type of beat. So if you're a producer and you're not on BeatStar and you're watching this video as a producer, you need to get on BeatStar immediately because here's what BeatStar is going to do for you. And I did a video on this before, but I'll explain it in this to answer this question, right? So when you sign up with BeatStar, you are actually going to be able to get here's a link to a BeatStar profile. You're going to actually be able to create your own BeatStar profile where you will be able to have your own beats here. There's no way to actually take these beats, right? You could download them, but they have tags on them, right? There's other ways that they are protected besides the tags. They also, BeatStars, when you actually have BeatStars, you actually get YouTube Content ID, right? What YouTube Content ID does, it protects your beats from being used on YouTube without your approval. If somebody decides to use your beat on YouTube, like make a song and release it, and that song is now on YouTube, YouTube is going to flag that as a copyright infringement. Now, from that point, you're going to get a notification on whether you want to remove it or not. The reason they always ask you that question because any income that they would make on YouTube using your beat, you would make instead because your song was protected, your beat was protected with your YouTube Content ID. This is why if you are going to upload your beat on YouTube, you do it through BeatStar because BeatStar is going to be able to integrate it to YouTube anyway, right? Not SoundCloud, YouTube, right? And to show you again, going back to this screen here, right? If you go to YouTube right now and you just type, let's say free Lil Wayne like type beat, right? Whatever beat that comes up, like this beat right here, this one is protected with a YouTube Content ID. I can almost guarantee it. And I could also almost guarantee that this beat is going to be on BeatStars. And look, well, before I even look, see that? That's the BeatStar link right there. I don't know if you can see that. Hold on, let me raise it. Yep. You can see that. All right, so see that? BeatStar. If you click on that, it'll take you to the actual BeatStar page. So this beat is protected. You don't get that level of protection on SoundCloud, and about Spotify. People aren't really listening to beats like that, at least in my opinion, when it comes to Spotify. I'm sure there's a good number of people who are doing it, but the primary place that people listen to beats is YouTube and BeatStars, and in between those two things. So to answer your question, to get your name out there, definitely open up a YouTube channel. Definitely sign up for BeatStars. There is a monthly fee for BeatStars, so you got to be willing to pay that. SoundCloud is free. I know a lot of producers use SoundCloud for that reason, but I don't think it's worth it if your beats aren't protected. All right, so that answers that question there. All right, now I believe I have another question here on the chat here. Looks like Benji has another question for me. All right, so yeah, Benji is taking full advantage of this, and I believe anybody else who's listening, you should do the same. Join in on my live here to get your questions answered live. All right, this is the best way to get your questions live. Strong Life Raw, thank you for joining in. Thank you for tagging those people. Anyone who's on IG right now, you want to hop into my YouTube channel live. All right, the link is in the bio. I'm answering music industry questions live on YouTube. So for those of you who are on IG right now, listening in or watching me, hop on to my YouTube live. I'm going to be answering questions live for you. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. Dave Sings, all the people who are being tagged, just hop on to my YouTube. Any questions that you may have right now in regards to music industry questions, I'm here to answer them live for you. But you got to type them into the YouTube chat, so definitely join in on YouTube to get those questions answered. All right, so going back to your question, Benji, you said, well, yeah, how do I promote YouTube videos? How do I blow up on my YouTube page? As an artist, to blow up on YouTube, it takes more than just music videos, right? If you think about the people who did blow up or got discovered on YouTube, all right, they didn't blow up or get discovered on YouTube because of their music videos. They actually blew up because of their consistency. They blew up because of how many videos and how many people were watching them. To give you a couple of examples, Justin Bieber blew up on YouTube. How he blew up on YouTube, he did a lot of song covers. He just consistently was releasing song covers over and over and over. Ed Sheeran did something very, very similar, right? Just released song covers on YouTube, just covers, consistent. Sure, he probably was doing music videos here and there, but there's a certain cost that comes with music videos that you don't have to do with covers. With covers, you can literally just use your phone camera and just sing in front of it. Same thing with TikTok. We see people blowing up all the time on TikTok and all social medias by doing song covers. So if videos like that is what can help you actually blow up on YouTube. Now, if you're not a singer like them, there's other things that you could do on YouTube as well. You could do rap challenges if you're a rapper, right? You could find challenges, or you could find producers who do beats. There's a lot of producers who make videos, yo, rap to this beat that I made. You could then do a share video and actually just do a challenge on that and freestyle to it. That's great content that you could do on your YouTube channel as a rapper, right? You could show behind the scene recording sessions. There's so many different types of videos that you could do outside of music videos, because music videos alone isn't going to help you to get seen on YouTube, because we live in a day and age that people want short form content. Music video is a longer form content, right? This is why you could have a music video on your YouTube that only has 50 views, but it has like 1,000 views on TikTok. Why? Because it's easier for people to watch it on TikTok. It's shorter content. I only got to commit to 15 seconds of this clip here versus clicking on his profile, going to his YouTube channel, typing in the name of the music video, and doing all of those different things. So the way you kind of twist that and use that to your advantage is the same thing that you would put on TikTok, you put on your YouTube Shorts. Because YouTube Shorts is the TikTok version is YouTube's version of TikTok. That's exactly what YouTube Shorts is. It works the same way as TikTok. It works the same way as IG Reels, as Facebook Reels. YouTube Shorts is the same thing. So I rap. I do Christian hip hop. So as a rapper, what I do is when I do a rap challenge, I don't just post it on TikTok. I post it on my Facebook Reels. I post it on my IG Reels. I also post it on YouTube Shorts, because like I said, YouTube Shorts is just like those other short form, long form content that you would see on IG or something like that. And post it across the board. Every challenge that I do, you're going to see it on all of my social media pages, right? But you always find a way to let people know, hey, go back to my YouTube and things like that. So those are, just some great ways to, help grow your YouTube channel, right? Like I said, behind the scenes, you maybe writing sessions. If you like, you can set up a camera somewhere and actually show people your writing process. People love to see how you actually create your creation process, right? To be honest, myself, I need to get better at showing people my creation process, because I get a lot of people ask me all the time, I would love to see the whole process of writing, to the beat, to actually recording it, to mixing, mastering, all of that stuff. People get intrigued with things that they don't really know how it's done, right? This is why I used to watch this one show on oh crap, I forgot what channel it used to be on. But they just showed you how things were made, like how dices are made. Like, like people find that stuff interesting. Like, I use this every day, or I listen to music every day, but I don't actually know the process of how music is created, right? These are the type of videos that people would actually be interested in watching. And if your music is on point and your music is great on top of that, it can do wonders for your channel. It could do wonders for your music career. And it's important. You're going to need it. You're absolutely going to need YouTube in order to be successful. I highlighted that in my ebook. In my ebook, I talk about how social media is just as important as releasing the music. You cannot market without social media, because this day and age is all about social media. So that's a piece that I hope, answered your question. And those are just different ideas that you could use to actually grow your YouTube channel. All right. Now, let me see what other questions I have here. I want to do at least 2 more of these here, so you guys could really, because there were some great questions. Okay, so here's the next question here. This question was asked by DJ Mayo Music. It was a comment that was left on the final ISRC video I did. This was about a month ago. All right. What about if I removed my music from DistroKid to distribute through SoundCloud for artists? How do I get my code to redistribute through SoundCloud for artists? Okay, so this is a great question. This is a great question. I didn't switch the screen, so you guys didn't see it. Okay, so I'm gonna read it one more time so you guys can see it. All right. So the question is, what about if I remove my music from DistroKid to distribute through SoundCloud for artists? How do I get my code to redistribute through SoundCloud for artists? So essentially the question is, how do you remove your music from one place and putting on another? All right. I'm assuming the reason he's answering this question, I could be wrong, but the reason he might be answering this question is because SoundCloud, you don't really have to pay to upload your music. DistroKid, you do. That might be one of the reasons. Or maybe, he just doesn't like DistroKid. That could be another reason, right? But in order to move, DistroKid is a music distributor, right? SoundCloud is a DSP, a digital streaming service. So they're not really the same thing. DistroKid helps you distribute your music to Spotify, to Apple Music, to SoundCloud, to Deezer, to Tidal, to Amazon Music, right? So transferring your music from DistroKid to that's not really what you're doing. What you're doing is, if you remove your music from your DistroKid, it's going to remove it from all the streaming platforms. You're just not going to have it on all those streaming platforms anymore. And then if you want to just re-upload your music to SoundCloud, you can absolutely do that. Now, the code that he's probably referring to is the ISRC code, because this was about the ISRC code. For those of you who don't know, the ISRC code is basically the barcode to your music. It's the code for people to identify your music, the same way that you have the code on a book, right? Most books have that little white box, with the lines, or when you buy a drink or something, right? There's an ISC, there's a code on there. See this water bottle? That little code right there, right? That's the code for this product. Music has their own code like that as well, right? That code is the ISRC code. When you distribute your music through DistroKid, they give you an ISRC code. if you remove your music, you are also removing that ISRC code, so you will no longer have that ISRC code, right? So you can't really remove it from one and then put it on the other. You can't really do that, all right? But if you wanted to transfer your music from DistroKid to another music distribution service, you could absolutely do that. Like, let's say you want to go from DistroKid to TuneCore, or from DistroKid to Symphonic or something like that. That you can absolutely do. But there is a process, and there is a way that you do that the right way. And I'll go ahead and let me find that video, because I do have a video for that as well. A lot of times I usually have to go back to my channel to find other videos, because sometimes I forget myself. It's a lot of information, guys. But transfer. Actually, this is probably going to be the perfect video. Switching distributors without losing play counts. All right. So in this video, I actually show you step by step how to do it. I think I'll show you how to do it through DistroKid as well, but you could search that here. There's a way that you actually can make that switch. All right. That's what you're going to search here. I'll also put this in the chat for those of you who want to know how to do that as well. This link is specific to those of you who want to switch distributors. All right. So if you want to switch distributors from one to another, there's a process. There's a way you do it. And you do not remove it from the first one first. Right. One of the biggest things, you upload to the new one, and then once it's out, you remove it from the old one. You don't remove it and then, no, you're going to lose your play count. You're going to lose everything. All right. So there is a process to it. And there's some other things you need to know as well in order to make that process. To do that, just watch that video right there. I just shared the link there, or you could just search it on my channel. So that's something that's, if you want to switch from one distributor to another. That was a great question. All right. So I wanted to make sure I answered that there. And I believe Benji has another question, so let's see here. My website is on Bandzoogle. Wow, Bandzoogle, that's still around. That's cool. I think that works the same as Wix. I believe it does. Actually, I did see Bandzoogle not too long ago. Artists who still using. Yes. So Bandzoogle is like Wix in a sense where you have more freedom to do what you want. Again, Shopify isn't really built to be able to do whatever you want on your website. It's built to help you quickly do a merchant website. It's actually marketed for merchants. If you go to Shopify, you're going to always see products. That's what it's actually designed for. So it's really quick and really simple when you want to sell a product, right? But when you're talking about actually making an artist website, that's not what it's for. That's why it's so difficult for you to have a really good artist page with Shopify. But things like Bandzoogle, things like Wix, WordPress, all of those different websites, when you have more access and more capabilities to actually really do, when you kind of have a blank canvas and you're allowed to do really whatever you want on your website, those are the types of websites that you're going to want to invest in order to make the website that you really want to have. All right. So Bandzoogle is good as well. I haven't checked it out in a while. Like I said, I use Wix myself, so I don't know much about Bandzoogle outside of the fact that I know some other people use it and it's been good for them, and I've seen good websites with them. But yeah, as long as it gives you access to email people your music specifically, upload your stuff at whatever price, that's big, right? It reminds me of Nipsey Hussle, you know, when he had an exclusive mixtape that he was selling for $1,000 a piece, and it was actually sold out. Probably one of the smartest things I've ever seen any independent artist do, because we all know Nipsey Hussle was independent, and he was a gem. He was an icon, absolutely an icon. But with him, he was able to set his own price on his website. He had his own website. He wasn't using Shopify. I know that because you wouldn't have been able to set your own prices on Shopify, right? So he probably had Bandzoogle or Wix or something like that, right, to be able to do that. So shout out to Nip. Rest in peace to Nip. We lost a great one, but his legend will live on forever, right? His lessons, man. If you ever heard this man speak about, you know, the music industry, you could learn a lot from him. I used to watch his videos all the time. He was so cerebral. He was so smart, right? So there's a lot to learn from him and other great people like him, to be honest. So That was a great question here. That was a great question. Let's pull up another one. Let's see here. All right, so this is going to be, let's see. Okay, so this is another ISRC code question. Great, a great answer. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just here to help you guys out. Okay, so the question is, hi, how do I get the ISRC? Oh, this, I'm sorry, this is from com Thiane 5619. This is probably the funnest part of it, is trying to read people's name. All right, but this was actually a comment that was left on this video as well. Hi, how do I get the ISRC code for music vid? I'm assuming he's saying music videos, sorted by sound or track. This is what they asked for. Please ensure this is the ISRC code for the music video, not the sound recording. Okay, this is great. This is a great question, because music videos actually have different codes than music, believe it or not. All right, so the ISRC code is for the music. When it comes to the music video, that you have to get a separate code entirely. Now, how you want to go about getting that code is entirely up to you. Some people, they just bulk sell ISRC codes. You know, they just, so you can literally just buy a bunch of ISRC cards and just codes and have them ready for when you want to use them for your music and things like that, right? That's a good way to do it, especially if you don't want your ISRC code tied to a music distributor, right? Like I was telling you earlier, if you leave DistroKid, you're going to lose that code, right? Other distribution companies are like that as well. So if you want your music to always be protected, you could just purchase your own ISRC codes and have them ready, so that when you do release music, all you got to do is enter in your ISRC code. Even if you are distributing through one of those distributors, you own your own ISRC code. So ISRC code. So that's a good thing to do as well. All right, I know a lot of artists who do that as well. I particularly haven't done that yet. I'm sure at some point I will do that, you know, because I do want to be protected as well. And, you know, I'm big on ownership, as most people are, right? So I will do that eventually as well, probably very soon, honestly, because I really just keep forgetting to do it. So I'm definitely going to look into that today as well. But yes, if you have a music video, that has its own separate code as well. All right, now if you have YouTube content ID or something like that, you'll be fine. You'll be protected regardless, but you just want to make sure that you have not only the music with the code, you also want to have your music video with the code. I know some people use, you know, distribute their music video on different places, all right, like through Vivo and things like that. So if you're an artist who's looking into doing things like that, then, you know, just make sure you're protected. Just make sure you're always watching, and just make sure that no one is able to take your stuff, which is why I never recommend things like using SoundCloud, because like I said, it's just not protected, and I'm big on things being protected, right? You can hear from a lot of people when it comes to music, don't get YouTube content ID. Don't get YouTube content ID, because if you get YouTube content ID and someone wants to use your music for their video, they won't be able to do so, or they might not use your music because you have YouTube content ID, and that could stop your music from getting out there. Yes, that is true, but I also look at the flip side to it. What if somebody used your music and you don't want them to use your music, right? They will also have complete freedom to be able to use your music, and you don't get paid for it at all. So there's that side of it as well. I rather my stuff being protected. I rather if somebody decides to use it, I'll know when they're using it, and I can make a decision on whether they're able to continue to use it or not. I rather have that protection on my music. You take so long to create your music. You take so long to come up with a great idea for a song, to put the song together, to get it mixed and mastered, to distribute it, to promote it. You do so much to get your music out there. I don't think it's fair that somebody could just grab your song, slap it on their video, and they get paid for their video and your music on their video just because they feel like it. I don't think it's right. I will never co-sign or agree with that philosophy. I believe that every artist should own their stuff, and every artist, you have to go through the artist in order to be able to use their music, and I will always believe that. So Yeah, that's to that. All right. So I'll answer. We're almost done here. We got about 10 minutes left. All right. I'm gonna answer one more question. Okay, I got a question from Benji here, so I'll ask this one. Benji, you took full advantage of this, and I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it because people actually schedule music business coaching sessions with me, and I charge for that, right? So you're literally having this one-on-one coaching session with me, and you didn't have to pay a single thing. So for those of you who's not joining into these lives on Tuesday, you're really missing out, because you could get all your questions answered as long as the clock is running. All right, so y'all need to get on this, man, because I'm really just here to help y'all. All right, so here's Benji. All right, so how effective is it to use fan email? Ooh. When you say fan email, are you talking about emailing your fans? Like how effective it is to email your fans on a regular daily basis? Let me know in the comments for clarification, because I'm not sure if I'm understanding that question about the fan email. But to, I guess, answer the question like how I think you're asking me it, I think it's very effective to use emails. I think it's effective. I think it's smart. Bandzoogle email service. Then yes, it is smart to actually have emails, right? Because a lot of people use emails. Even the younger people still use emails. People still use emails. Email listings is great. Email listings is protected. And my favorite thing about email listing is you have another point of access, all right? Now, when I say point of access, I mean you have another way to reach out to people. Right? Of course, we have social media, and we have all the different social media platforms. Of course, we have live stuff like YouTube Live and things like that, right? But email would be that next thing that people check regularly. Email would be that next thing that you could contact people through. I have certain people who found me through an email that was shared to them. Right? So yes, email is absolutely incredible. Email is absolutely important. You definitely want to have an email listing, and it's your own email listing. All right. So if IG shuts down tomorrow, if all the social media shut down tomorrow, would you still have these people contacts? Would you still have your fans contacts? Most people, the answer to that would be no, because you never developed your own system to actually retaining everybody's information, right? Everybody's contact information. An email listing is a great way to do that. So definitely invest in Bandzoogle's email services. It's absolutely great. All right. Now I got a Russell Mercado, what's going on? Thank you for joining in. And we got about 8 minutes left. If you have a quick music industry question that you want me to answer, get to typing. Get it in now before time is up. Because like I said, I'm answering all music industry questions. Any questions that's being answered here right on live. All right. Now, as I'm waiting here, I'll just take this moment again to let you guys know that I have a membership club that's part of my YouTube channel. With the membership club, there are a lot of different things that you can get access to, from free perks like priority responses to certain comments. You could get discounted merch. You could get free music business coaching sessions one-on-one. There's so many things you can have access to by being a member of my WesTheTech membership club, my YouTube membership club. All right, just the starting point of it, I believe, is $3.99. Just to start, you get so much stuff just with that alone. Of course, there are different tiers, but being a member will definitely be helpful. Again, there are the longer tutorial videos. Those you won't have access to them unless you're a member, because like I said, those are much longer videos. They took me a long time to create them. So in order for you to have access to those, you have to be a member. But if you're serious about your music career, I don't think it's something that's crazy to actually sign up with, because like I said, I'm here. I have a wealth of information. A lot of people come to me about a lot of questions, so it's very difficult for me to tend to everybody. But as members, you have priority. As members, you're letting me know that you're serious and you're not just answering a question just to answer it, but you really take your music career seriously. So if you're someone who really takes your music career seriously, definitely join my membership club, and I'll be able to assist you on a more of a personal level day to day. Amen. All right. So Pretty Girl Progression, what's going on? Thank you for joining in. Thank you for joining in. Have any questions? All right. We got about 6 minutes left before we close out the live. I believe Benji have one more question. Do I need to have 100 or more subscribers to go live on YouTube? Okay, no, you don't. Actually, you don't have to have any number of subscribers to go live on YouTube, right? So with YouTube, as long as you have a YouTube channel, you will always have availability to go live, which means you could absolutely use that to your advantage, right? You could go live, and like I said, you could show people behind the scenes of your recording sessions. You could show people how you write. You could literally just go live on there, set your phone up somewhere, go live on there. You could ask people questions. The same thing like I'm doing right now. You don't need any number. You could literally start a YouTube channel today and go live. Now, of course, people need to know about your channel. People need to see your channel. The more subscribers you have, the more people will know when you do go live, right? But no, to answer your question, you don't have to have 100 or more subscribers to go live. You could go live at any point, any time of the day. Of course, you should let people know in advance. That'll help people remember to come on your channel when you are going live. But no, you don't need any specific numbers or anything like that to go live on YouTube. The only thing is, of course, if you want to add any links to your YouTube videos, you do need to be part of the YouTube partnership program, but with the partnership program with YouTube, you actually become monetized. And if you want to know how to get monetized on your YouTube channel, I have a video for that that'll explain all that. All you got to do is go to my YouTube channel, and you want to search, just go here, go to the search right here, and literally just type in monetize, right? And then once you get this way, right? 4 ways to monetize: YouTube content ID, monetization. These are all different things about monetize, but there's one specifically, how to make money on YouTube as an independent artist. I believe it's this one. I want to make sure I get you the right one, because I'm going to share it with you guys here on the chat. Let me make sure it's the right one. As you can see, I make a lot of videos about YouTube monetization. Not the 4 ways to make money as an independent artist. New YouTube monetization update. Okay. Yep, it's this one. It's this one. I'm almost sure it's this one. Let me just double check something here. Like I said, I make so much videos, sometimes it's hard to keep up. You must first get monetized. In this video, you'll learn how to make income on. Yeah, it's this one. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing this one, right? So the one I'm sharing you right now is how to actually get your channel monetized. What are the requirements of monetization and all of those things, all right? Pretty Girl Progression has a question. Who is your top 5 artist? Whoa, that's such a difficult question. Oh, that's such a hard question. That's such a hard question. Okay. Or is it? It might not be. Okay, I'll close out with answering that question, even though that's not even a music industry question. By the way, Benji, send me a DM on IG letting me know, because you are actually the winner of the free ebook. I'm going to actually be sending you out a link because you asked a lot of great questions today. And yeah, so you are the winner of the great question free gift. So you will be getting my ebook. Yes, yeah. And with this ebook, listen, bro, it's really, really good. It's 13 steps to jumpstart your music business. It literally details everything that I did to put myself in a position to do music full time. I do music full time. I've been doing it for years now, and I literally, a lot of the stuff we talked about in this video is in that. So go ahead and send me your email on DMs on IG, and I'll make sure I get that out to you. It's a free ebook. You'll be able to go through it today. All right. So I'm glad you're happy about that. Okay. So the answer, who are my top 5? Okay. So my top 5, I'm gonna always name my top 5 based off of the people who impacted me the most. All right. So number 1 is Eminem. He was the first artist that I actually listened to a full album of. And during that time of my life, when I was much, much younger, I was a very, very angry little boy. And I connected with him in that sense. So Eminem 1, T.I. number 2 is one of my favorites. I love someone who could rap. who comes from the hood but is so articulate, right? So articulate. So he's number 2. Number 3 is Lupe Fiasco. I don't think there is a lyricist as metaphoric as Lupe. Lupe could put things together in such a way that it's just legendary. Number 4 is Method Man. Method Man, because Method Man is dope. METHOD man. He's just dope, right? Method Man is like one of the best rappers of all time, in my opinion. That's just it's his sound. His sound is so unique. His sound is so just it's him when he's on the track. So Method Man number 4, and for the 5th spot. For the 5th spot, I'm thinking of who do I listen to a lot. Okay, definitely those 4. On the 5th, I probably would throw in, honestly, Jeezy. Young Jeezy. Well, he's not young no more, but Jeezy, absolutely. Jeezy impacted me in so many different ways, especially the Recession. That album was phenomenal, by the way. So if you haven't listened to that, go listen to that. Jeezy would be the 5th one, and yeah, that's my top 5 right there. Eminem, T.I., Jeezy, Lupe Fiasco, and Method Man. So great question, pretty good progression. Those are my top 5. And yeah, all right. So that's all the questions I was answered here. All right, thank you guys for joining in. Thank you guys for, just being on the live. Benji, a lot of great questions. For those of you who are going to be rewatching, I know a lot of those questions are maybe questions that you may have had as well. So big shout out to Benji for asking all of those questions, because I'm sure that's going to help you guys out as well. Thank you guys for tuning in to my live. And again, I will be here every Tuesday at noon Eastern time, answering music industry questions live. All right. If you want to reach out to me, you could definitely reach out to me or leave comments in the comment section below. But I'm here for you guys. All right. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys on Thursday with my tech tip, of course. But I'll see you guys live next Tuesday. Y'all take it easy. Peace.